Hello and good day everyone, or evening or night whenever you click on this video. Today's video is the difference between tarot and oracle. I've picked out a few here for the differences of styles of decks. These came from here, but we will be discussing about how certain decks will call to you and which ones uh how to know which ones to pick for yourself and your comfortability of decks. I just picked out some really light ones. I have darker style types of decks like zombies and gothic ones and alternative kinds, so I just thought I'd keep it simple and light. But let's get right into it. So, tarot should always come with a guidebook from the author of whoever makes whatever deck you get. So it should always come with a guidebook. If it doesn't, then you've got a ripoff. And yes, there are ripoffs in the world, especially on those types of apps that we all have on our phones for online shopping. So tarot is consistent of 78 cards with 4 different types of, well, how they explain it in tarot is, so there's the major arcanas, which is 0 to 21 of like these kinds of cards. So the arcanas just have like their strength, the high priestess, the moon, the sun, the tower, the star, the fool, hangman, magician. Those cards are represented by spirit. Now the 4, I guess, element minor arcanas are the elements. So wands is fire, swords is air, pentacles is earth, and water is cups. So every tarot deck you get will be consistent of that. Different. It's really hard to do this with one hand, so I'll try my best here. And how to read tarot, it's like the way I was told was you follow the fool. So when you get a deck, it should be all numerical ordered. So your first card that you open up a new deck will always be the fool, or it should be, and that's the 0 card. The fool is 0. That's neutral. That's anything can happen in a 0. It's like a whole fresh slate of what can happen. So you follow this fool through his journey, which goes through all of the major arcanas and then into the elemental minor arcana cards. So how you read for people or yourself is, there's many ways to do it, but the way I do it is you kind of just shuffle and you think to yourself, who needs to hear what right now? You can ask your spirit guides to help you with getting, oh, sorry, excuse me, for getting messages out. You just call on your spirit team or guides or your ancestors or your higher self, and you just ask help and guidance from them. and just start pulling out or shuffling your cards and seeing what falls out. That's one way of doing it, or you can do spreads. So a spread is a specific type of placements of the card. So you can even invent spreads yourself of however you feel, or I have lots of spreads written in my little grimoire notebook, but I will show you just real quick of how it could look. So the basic one that I was raised on is the Celtic cross. So these would be face down, these cards, and you would place them, and then when you are done filling out your spread, you would read them. So it would look something like this. And each card would be a significant meaning of something. So in the Celtic spread, these two are the querent, so it'd be like that. So this card would be the issue in the querent's life. Oh, there's two cards here. The issue in the querent's life, and then the solution. I'm just giving a rough example here. Like, I could be I don't use spreads all that much, so. And then these ones would be the elemental, so earth, fire, air, water. And then these would be your wishes, hopes, fears, and I'm forgetting the actual Celtic cross meaning, but this is what it would look like. Any spread can be any kind of way. I was just showing a rough example. Some could even be like a square. So like your problem, your solution, the outcome, and like what happens if you don't follow through, kind of a thing. Like spreads are very specific, but they work really good when you're trying to get a precise answer. You can also do them with oracles for sure, but tarot is more specific to life issues. I can explain that a little properly. Oracles are just I feel like they're good confirmation cards for tarot. Like they go hand in hand together. So this is just a basic, I would say, starting deck. It's this one. It's kind of rare, I guess. There's only 29 prints and I got 28. So, my god, my phone is blurry. Anyways. So, that's like basic tarot, kind of what you would get for a beginner deck. So, and it should come with a guidebook to explain all the cards. See, this one got ripped out. But like, so 8 of Cups, it should explain the card and the reverse. Some people read reversed, I don't. Just because there's a lot to remember for the cards, and like, never mind trying to remember the reversed meanings of them. But there's that. And then this one shows different styles. So a real tarot deck is consistent of 78 cards. Most oracles I am noticing nowadays have 44 cards in each deck. I don't know why 44. I'm going to look more into that. So this one, I have Alice in Wonderland. I have all these cards mixed up, turned upside down, not in proper order, because when Alice went down the rabbit hole, everything got mucked up for her. So so this is one of my favorite cards, but each deck will be different. So flowers, I think in this one mean air, so swords. And your guidebook, if you take a look through it, it should explain the suits of what they represent, because each deck will be different from each author who designs the deck. King of Spears is wands, I think. See, this would be Ace of Flowers. I want to say it's a wand. And then sometimes they will change the name of either the death card or the tower or the devil, just to make it sound not scary, because people tend to be a little bit more scared with those cards. And when you get a new deck, take your time and really get to know it, understand the suits for it, and just like take your time with it. So this is a really cute deck. I would suggest this one for like a intermediate reader. This little one I would suggest for a beginner. So the difference between Oracle and Tarot is specific. There will always be 4 elemental suits with the major arcanas, which is represented by the spirit. Kind of like to make a pentacle. They're specific, but their designs will be different. And again, it should always come with a guidebook. If it doesn't, then you bought a knockoff. And it should just give like a description, upright and reversed. So now oracles. I like to read more with oracles than with tarot, because sometimes when I'm trying to look into the collective to like get them answers, I find tarot to be very not complicated, but all over the place. And I have a very wandering and like unfocused mind. Like it's focused, but it goes in many different directions. I don't know, it could just be because I'm like a highly imaginative person. But I like to read with Oracle because it's a word. So like elementals, exactly what we're talking about, but like talking about the 4 elements. So like it could be very, very, very specific to someone with a word, the number